How do I want to start this? It's the end of the year. It's Sunday. It's relatively early. It's probably not, is it? No, it's not that early, but hence why I look like this. But I wanted to put down on camera some thoughts about the business for this channel, which has kind of been abandoned, and just talk about what's been going on and what I've been thinking about and what's my plans and thoughts as I head into the new year. Because, as I say, I think this channel's been kind of lacking slightly, and therefore I don't think I'm going to have much to look back on in a way. And the whole point of this channel was to try and capture things as they progress and the way that I feel about things. I guess as an overview, this year has been a bit weird. Like, in the changeover from 2016 to 2017, I really didn't know what was happening to the business. I was really at that decision point as to whether the business was going to go on or not. And in a way, the decision didn't really happen. I guess I was thinking that the decision was going to happen because of finances, and it kind of ticked over into the new year of 2017, and it just kept, I didn't make a decision, it just kept kind of rolling, and now we're at the end of 2017 and that's kind of happened. The feeling that I have at the end of the year is that I didn't achieve as much as I wanted to, but in the last kind of like half a day or so, like last night and this evening, a couple of things have cropped up which have made me kind of rethink that. The first one is that if I think about, like, every week I do a to-do list and I tick off things as I go, and all the not done tasks remain at the top, and all the ones that I've ticked off stay at the bottom, and then when I transfer to the new week, part of the completed tasks disappear and the new ones continue and it gets added on, and it rolls like that. And I reckon if I was to look back at all of the ticked off stuff that I've done, all the completed stuff, then I'd actually probably have a far better feeling that I've achieved things. I think maybe this year I haven't done any big ticket items, and that will probably change next year, or yeah, tomorrow. But I think that I have to remember that I'm one person and I'm trying to do everything. Like, I'm trying to do my clients' work and I'm trying to do my business, and I'm, in a way, I think the thing that I've learned in the last couple of months is that I'm still working out what my business is, and that sounds really stupid to say that when we're 3 or 4 years in or whatever it is now, but I think that I'm really getting a grip on that, and I want to come back to that point in a second. I think the other thing is, when I did my Christmas video, I talked about how much stuff we'd achieved, and when I looked at it, I was like, 160 projects with 350 videos, that's not that much. But this morning, Facebook put up a memory on an infographic that I put up about how many projects and stuff that I'd done in 2014. And in 2014, I'd done 52 videos. 3 years later, I did 350 plus videos. So when I'm feeling like I haven't gone anywhere, I haven't done anything, that's quite a big achievement. What else do I want to talk about? I can't remember what I said about what I wanted to go back to. So yeah, I do think that I have to remember that I am one person, and I think that I have to, as a lot of people constantly tell me about my life, is I have to not be as hard on myself about what I achieve. It's not like I've been sitting on my bum doing nothing. That said, I do have this contradictory feeling where I'm kind of really quite proud as to what I've done, but I also feel that I should be doing a lot more. I think that I have a lot of unproductive time, and I think in 2018 I want to get better and more structured about my work hours, basically. I think if I can get better structure between work and life, then when I'm in my work hours, then I'll actually do more work. I think because I'm unstructured, I'm kind of picking and choosing, and yeah, I sometimes don't always feel motivated to work. But when you're working in a creative industry, I understand why I'm not necessarily as productive. Like, I'm not an accounts person, say, and sorry if you're an accounts person, but I'm not an accounts person who, it's like paperwork needs to go from here to here. I'm trying to take like more of a creative business and turn that into a process, and that's not always easy to do. So in summary, I think 2017 is difficult. On one hand, I feel very happy with what I've achieved. On other hands, I think there are improvements. But I guess the positive way to look at that is that I have got somewhere to go to because I've got stuff that I need to improve on. 2018, thinking about the year going forward, I think overall, I think that I understand what I want to do with my business in 2018, which in 2017, because it was a rollover decision, I think that I just kind of muddled through the year. So I am excited and I do have a bit of a plan, which I can roughly talk about as to what I want to do with the year and what I want to do with business. And I think it's positive that I have a plan compared to this year, last year, however you're looking at this video, depends when I get around to editing it. I think overall, I want to do a lot of restructuring for the business. I think this worries me because I am a team of one and it's quite a lot of restructuring. I'm curious as to how long that's going to take me. I think what I want to do is basically with my video packages, there's 3 that I want to bring together and make a new video package that will be very similar to my social media packages in that there is a bronze, silver, gold sort of strategy to it, and that will hopefully sing out to some people. With my testimonial stuff, I want to break that into 2 components and talk about kind of social media raw stuff that we've been doing a lot of, but also that kind of sit down piece. The social media stuff is actually going to stay pretty much as it is, but I'm probably going to do a price review across the board. In a way, I feel like I'm probably not charging enough for what I do. And then I feel like with my video packages, there's probably something at the end, but I haven't quite worked out what it is. So that's video, and on top of that, probably the biggest restructure that I want to do is actually to provide more from the business. So I want to break the business into 3 main areas. I want to break it into create, which is what I already do, so creating content. I want to talk about build, which is a completely new content, which is really us building other people's businesses through marketing. So I want to step into marketing as a thing. And the third pillar is learn, where I've already kind of started this, but I want to continue on. So from there, that moves into 3 components itself, and those are to learn for free. So I've got, it's either going to be called free or solo, basically allowing people to make their own content and me to help them do that. And we've already started that through the how to shoot video for your business. I do, and I have wanted to do for a while, workshops, and I have no idea how I'm going to get there, but that's something that I want to move into. And you know, it's a workshop, people come along, there's a group of people, we teach them a skill, yeah, to get that I recognize that I need to have probably a better brand awareness, but they could start small and they'll see how they go. And the final thing is a consult, so working one-on-one with people to either teach them something specifically they want to know or having specific courses and structures. But the more people I meet, the more people want to ask me questions directly and be like, how do I do this for my business, or how do I do this personally? And I think there would be an interesting opportunity to charge people for, you know, transfer of knowledge, basically, for them to learn something. In my head, I still feel like there's a missing 4th block, but I don't know what that is, and that will probably develop. But that is quite a lot of restructuring, because with all of that goes all the website redevelopment, probably a whole bunch of videos, because I'm redoing, that will mean all of my video packages are completely obsolete, that those videos are completely obsolete. And yeah, I'd probably have to do, so website design, a whole bunch of videos, there's all the print material and all that sort of stuff. It's a lot to go through, and not forgetting on top of that, I'm doing all my clients' work at the same time. So that is going to be probably a whole of 2018 to get that restructure in place. I think the way that I want to manage this, and tying back into that piece around like work-life balance, is that basically I want to detail out a whole bunch of yearly goals, and this is real basic stuff, but I don't tend to do it. Detail out a whole bunch of yearly goals and then break it down into months as to what do I want to achieve for the month for myself, and then on top of that will sit kind of the weekly to-dos that you know, will come from client work, and then weekly stuff that I'll need to do to kind of move myself along. So weirdly, I've been getting really excited about buying a whiteboard to plan all this out, which is weird, but it's also good because I haven't planned anything, like I haven't, in my 3 or 4 years or whatever it is I've been running this business, I haven't had as clear vision as to what I want to do in the year as I have now. It's good, I just recognise that it is a lot of work to do. Do you want a hand to get down, cat? Say hello to the cat. Ooh. On a personal note, I have been missing vlogging. I've kind of been missing weirdly. I think I'm missing, so Facebook put up, obviously I did Vlogmas, and I'm sure when the CrossFit Opens comes back around in March, April, that stuff will come back up in my Facebook memories. Damn your Facebook memories, you're bringing up so much. But yeah, this stuff has been popping up in my feed, and I'm like, I miss seeing that. I have no idea how I had the time to do it. I guess December I have a bit of slump in work anyway, but I've been catching up because I was away in November. But yeah, it's been nice to see that vlog stuff. I have completely abandoned WestFit. I've abandoned this channel. I do know it's because of good reason. It's because I have got client work that I need to do, but I do want to go back to it, and I think that by having a better work-life balance structure thing, that maybe I can plan stuff out. I also think that I need to stop being so harsh on myself about you know, achieving things. I had all these big plans for WestFit, and I think I got concentrated a bit like this channel in a way. I concentrated more on I want to make it big and production and blah, 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 and I should concentrate more on the just doing it rather than worrying about what it's weird, I want to say worrying about the bigger picture, but what I mean is I'm worried what other people are going to do and how they're going to see it, and maybe it's just a case of something is better than nothing. And so yeah, I want to get back to putting out content on this channel, and I want to put out content on WestFit, and obviously I've got a lot of content. If I'm doing this learning, then that needs to be regular as well, so I do recognize. Anyway, the big kind of, I guess, the thing that I want to commit to is getting an editor. I think that I have to recognize that I am one person, I've got a lot of shit to do, sorry for swearing, and that I am one person and that takes a lot of work, and that maybe by investing into an editor I can get more done, and the small outlay will bring bigger returns. Weirdly, I had a conversation with my sister and her business, and they are far further back in the journey, I feel, but they had already identified that and known that by having people working for them, that's how they can progress better. And it's, I don't know, it's kind of weird that somebody is further ahead than you when they're further behind, but that's, you know, how you learn things, right? By talking to people and like listening. I think the other thing with that editor is that if I do want to expand into marketing for people, you know, if we are taking on their social media, accounts and doing that sort of, that's more work that we have to do, that we have to be sitting here and that sort of thing. I think the weird thing is that when I've gone to sit down and do work recently, I've not been super excited by it. I can only hope that that will return as I, you know, just throw myself into it, and also maybe by getting some variety in it, and also having some work structure, then I don't feel like it's a burden. I really hope that after, you know, when you're in a job and you're working for like 3 to 4 years and you're kind of like, I got this, I know what I'm doing, I'm not making mistakes, I'm kind of, you know, I don't have as many workarounds. It becomes more of a formula, and I guess that's where boredom creeps in, and I've seen that in other jobs of mine, and then I become disheartened, disinterested, and I've always thought that's because of people, not what I'm doing. But yeah, I think maybe by having some personal projects that will help. Hopefully it won't overload me. Yes. Anyway, as usual, this vlog has gone on for way too long, and that's because I don't do enough of them, blah, 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 all the stuff I've talked about in previous videos, but at least I've done something, and I've got something to look back on when I'm retired, whenever that is. Yeah, but I think, summary of video. 2017, interesting year, but probably didn't have enough plans. Fair enough. Didn't quite know what I'm doing. 2018, have got a very focused piece. I don't know where my notepad is. I've been writing a whole bunch of notes as I go along as to how things are going to sit, and it's providing such mental clarity. I will hopefully check in. Maybe I should commit on my schedule to maybe doing a video once a month. And at least there's 12 videos on this channel a year. That is not a lot, but hopefully it records enough to show thoughts and progression over time. Anyway, as ever, I want to thank you guys for watching, even though this is really only designed for me. And I will see you in the next video.